Okay guys, so part 2 of details that I have to get done. Part 2 is I got my 3-axis, wire holder or whatever done. I also got plugins for my Pro and my tool setter. I was just running the wires in. I was making sure the system would work. So I got the Pro and the setter on the plug-in. You just unplug it, take it out. I also got my oil pump set up on the plug-in too. This is gonna be my auger, conveyor, whatever. I'm gonna do a blank here and a blank like this one, and then just put a a 4-pin plug over there. It's pretty much gonna look like this one here, but a little bit bigger. I also set me up this breaker, I believe it's called. I also set up this breaker here, and this breaker is gonna power single and single phase 220 or 110 or whatever over to this other relay board that I mounted here. This relay board, and this is pretty cool guys, from all this breakout board from CNC for PC. I'm using another 4 outputs out of the C79 breakout board that is controlled by the UC300 on Mac 3, but it's got 4 more outputs, and those 4 more outputs, they're open collector outputs, and you can control them through Mac 3, and this is pretty much not even a CNC for PC, either one of these breakout board. This is a regular relay board or whatever you can find on eBay or anywhere, and it's a 24 volt, and the power is actually gonna come. You see that red wire here is the common power, and the other 4 wires, the green, blue, orange, and brown, those are negative outputs. So and I can turn on and off any of these relays. Right now I got one on. That one on over there, you see it is running my oil pump. So, and I got it on enable. So pretty much, I believe, like I said before, anytime I enable or disable Mac 3, my oil pump is gonna reset and all again. This is how it looks back here. Okay, this wire, that's not right over there. Push it in. So the axis blank. So that's my setter, my Pro, and this is my setter. And then my oil pump down here, that's 110. I put heat strings or whatever always on all of them, because that 110, I will shock you. And then this one here is gonna be a 3-phase, which is this one comes out of this VFD. That's my auger, or conveyor, whatever you call it. Other than that, that's the updates on it. So here it's just running that wire from the pump all the way to the other side. I thought I was gonna use this hole here, or maybe make a hole here so I can put the plug for the pump, but it don't make sense. I just went ahead and put it on the other side. I don't want to make more holes on this machine that is got. And that's it for now. Well, no, wait. I got this. This came in this morning. Look at this beauty, guys. Look at this beauty. So many of you already know what it is, but I'm gonna try to explain. This is a heat exchanger for a control cabinet. This one supposedly came, it was made for an Akuma or something like that. I found it on eBay because I was looking for cooling fans. I wanted to replace the cooling fan on my control cabinet or whatever. And then I scrolled and I found this. So this is a nice isolated heat exchanger. So pretty much this fan here is gonna circulate air from the outside, and then this one here is gonna circulate air on the inside of the machine, and that way they will interchange temperatures through this through this heat exchanger or radiator or whatever you want to call it. I'm so glad I found this, because I was fighting, deciding what I wanted to use. See, the inner fan, which is this one, it's gonna blow air, it's gonna suck air and push it into the cabinet again and circulate that air over there, and pretty much these pipes are gonna get hot, and then this one is gonna use the outer air, and it's gonna cool down the outside of the pipes, and that way we created a heat exchanging cycle, whatever. I found that one on eBay, guys. I paid I believe $120 for this. It's brand new, but sometimes things like this, companies, they will store it, or you just got to keep looking, but sometimes things like this, the company, they will buy it, and then later on they will store it, and they don't want to use it, and you end up buying it. Pay $120. I believe it was $140 with shipping and all, on eBay or whatever. And that's gonna be set on my door, which you see I already pulled the door off, and I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I don't know, probably I'm just gonna make a bigger window and put some kind of screen on it, or a vent or something that looks better than that ugly hole over there. But anyway, that's gonna be my heat exchanger. The other thing with that is you don't really need that much filtering, because the dusty air from the outside, it never gets inside the machine. That's why they only get this screen. That is the only one, meeting the outside ambience or whatever. The Brothers is made like that. So it's got two fans. It's got a fan that blows air, through that vent, circulated on the outside, and there's the same setup but on the inside. Why so? And that setup on the inside will interchange air. And also here on the fan hook controller, which is the Sharp, is the same stuff. So it's mounted like that. I don't have a screwdriver here. I was gonna open it so you see it. Let me get a screwdriver. Let me get a screwdriver. So you see what I'm talking about. Okay, here. Okay. And here. Come on, baby. So see, this is mounted on the back of the door. So this fan right here, it circulates air in between here. And this is a way bigger machine and controllers than what I got over there. It's so beautiful. I love her. She was like that when I got it, so clean. And the reason for that so clean inside, one of the things is that, the control cabinet never meets the outside air ever. It's it's got that heat exchanger over there, and this other fan here is the one that circulates in between that radiator or whatever, and it got this little screen. You just clean it every once in a while. I have never cleaned that one. You just clean it every once in a while and put it back in, and it'll be fine. All right, guys, I wanted to show you that updates on the machine. She's gonna be fine. I'm just getting some more details. I'm gonna do the one for the conveyor now, the plug-in, and that will finish some more details on it. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any questions on any of the wiring setup or something like that, you let me know on the ports and pin. Let me see if I show you if you can hear that pump. So I'm gonna hold, I'm gonna, so that's on this stop. I'm gonna reset. Hear that pump? I don't know, maybe that's too much. Anytime I reset or not, maybe that's too much. But that pressure really doesn't drop. It takes forever to drop. So they all have to be going somewhere unless it's coming back into the pump. Anyway, I can fix that. We can still make a brain and do some timing on it and all that bunch of crap. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you. Bye.